your Storm Team weather, here's Chief Meteorologist Josh Johns.
Welcome back, everyone. So we enjoyed some rain recently, but it looks like for the next few days at least we won't have any.
Yeah, we had all this rain that happened last week and into the weekend, and today it just wasn't like that. It's going to be like that for a few more days before the rain returns again. Look at how much rain fell in the last 6 days. You can see the real bullseye was down there in our southern counties, and that's even underestimated. It shows 5 inches, but we had higher totals that were called into the Weather Center, and the 10-day total showing 3.93 inches in San Angelo, 7.6 out in Waltham, Reed-Dickey, El Dorado, 9.2 inches in Fort McKavett, 7.9 inches. All of that ran down into the San Saba River, caused a few evacuations in Menard County, but now it's water starting to recede. Tomorrow we'll update you on how our lakes are doing. Look at the time lapse though, because today was a totally different day. Just a few partly cloudy skies. Temperatures getting up into the low 80s this afternoon, probably climbing up pretty close to 84 degrees at Mathesfield, and that's what we can kind of expect for tomorrow too. We'll heat up a little bit as we go through the week with the nice weather hanging on. A pretty clear work week, but then we're watching the tropics where we may see something that brings us some weekend rain, along with Florence that's coming towards the East Coast. Temperatures right now pretty nice though, upper 60s, low 70s out there, 69 degrees in San Angelo, 68 in Sterling City. And if you stepped outside today, you noticed it wasn't near as humid as last week. We're seeing those dew points now in the low 60s compared to the 70s that we were dealing with. The nicer, more comfortable dew points hang around until we get into the weekend. Not much across the state except for all the rain from Houston down to Brownsville where there's flash flood watches in effect. That's where the stationary front that brought us our rain is. Meanwhile, the tropics really heating up. We've got 3 systems out there, 3 of them being hurricanes, and that's the 11th time in history that has happened in the Atlantic Basin. Of course, the strongest there is Florence, but we're watching another system in the Gulf. More on that in a bit. First, let's track Florence for you. Category 4, 465 miles south-southeast of Bermuda. It's going to be tracking up into the East Coast, potentially making landfall on Thursday, especially in the evening there along the Carolinas, potentially as a Category 4 storm. If that happens, that's not going to be a good situation. Now, the official track right now takes it towards Wilmington, North Carolina, but the cone of uncertainty goes all the way up to Norfolk, Virginia, so something we'll be watching very closely. Meanwhile, I said that there was another system we got to watch. It's this system in the Gulf that's sitting right here over towards Cuba. That's got a 60% chance of turning into a tropical storm in the next 5 days or so as it tracks over into the Gulf. Now, all the models try to turn it into a tropical storm, and there's plenty of energy for it. The water temperature is very warm in the Gulf. Same with Florence, but the big difference is the wind shear. Look at how much shear is sitting in the Gulf right now. Florence has found itself a pocket of no shear, and hurricanes like it when there's not shear. That's why Florence will stay strong, and the one in the Gulf will struggle a little bit. So the jury's still out on if it turns into a tropical storm. We'll keep an eye on it for you, but regardless, it's going to bring a lot of moisture into the Gulf. Talking about that tropical moisture coming back, that's going to bring rain chances to the Gulf, and then eventually all that moisture works into the Concho Valley. By the time we get into the weekend, that means we get those daily rain chances returning. I don't think it'll be a washout like last week, but some good rain chances could be on the way as we go into the weekend. Tonight, no issues. We're down to 60 degrees, partly cloudy with a brisk morning. Winds are going to be out of the northeast at 0 to 2 miles per hour. And then for your Tuesday, I'm calling for a high of 85 under mostly sunny skies. Winds calm once again out of the east-northeast, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Take a look at your extended forecast because we've got those temperatures staying in the upper 90s as we get into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. That's when those rain chances come in. Still got those temperatures in the mid-60s, but it'll be a lot more cloudy as we get into Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with the 30% chances of rain. We may have to up that over the next few days, so stay tuned. And, of course, we're going to have all the information on these tropical systems on the KSAN Weather blog on the Concho Valley homepage. Just click KSAN Weather, and right there is the KSAN Weather blog.
All right, thank you, Josh. And coming up next on KSAN News at 10 in this week's Concho Careers, you can see how brewers at 01 Ale House brew their beer.